Hello everyone, I'm up in Long Island, New York, and I'm going to explore this one area here that I have not explored yet, but I saw it on the satellite, and I wanted to come in here because it looks like there's something should be here. And there's some very old cedar trees. I'm telling you, like really old cedar trees, because where cedar trees were growing is because the soil here is all artifacts, because I'm up on a mound, okay? And I'm going to walk down here. I've never been to this patch of woods before, but I can see some imperfections down here that look like mounds to me, so we're gonna see them together, okay? Is it really a mound? Because I found a bunch of these other little Mitten mounds that are offshoots of like big mounds. And what do you know? Look at this. Look at these mounds. I believe these are mounds. I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit and say they're mounds, which they probably are, and I believe they are because this whole area. Look at the mounds. Can you see the mound? Okay. These are ancient mounds. Okay, and the Shinnecock Nation of Long Island doesn't want to bring any recognition to any of these mounds that I've been discovering because they like to allow the Freemasons with the Catholic Church and the other religious groups bulldoze everything. Look, here's another mound here, okay? I'm up in the middle of the woods. There's no settlers were here. There's old, all the cedar trees. Look at these mounds. And you see there's artifacts here, okay? Crystal artifacts. Look, there's a mound marker stone over here. I'm going to be very nice to the mound because see the artifacts? See, these mounds have their artifacts. Look at serpentine. See that? Look at the serpentine head, okay? Because they covered their mounds and their artifacts. So there's a burial here of a family, of someone. And over here, these are stones, okay? These are stones. These are marker stones. This is another mound here, okay? It's a very and look, these are the trees that they used to make the bows out of. The Aussie orange trees. There's another mound here, okay? Look, see? Marker stones coming out of the mound. These are actual real mounds in Long Island. And look at their crystals. Crystal artifacts and effigy faces, okay? And they're serpentine, and wow, there is so many burials in this area. And in this area here is on the edge of the swamp, right? It's not really a swamp, but it's this big area that doesn't grow any trees because it's a low-lying area of these mounds. Look, here's another mound here. Look at these mounds. Isn't that amazing? Another mound there. And I guarantee there's artifacts on this one too. And look, we got some deer bones here. Deer had passed away a long time ago here. Let's check this one out. See this mound here? See the stones? Okay. This is one of their artifacts. See, that's a work stone. They made their mounds, placed their burials here. And I guarantee there's other mounds around. I knew that this area, I've been wanting to go and explore it, and back in Long Island again, and I'm going to keep moving around here. The thing is I can't get any recognition for any of these mounds or any of these burials in New Jersey, Long Island, Connecticut, because it doesn't fit the religious groups' narratives of their Bible time frames. Can you believe that? Why would they want to do that? Because they will lose control. I believe they bring recognition. There's a little more mounds over here. Check this out. Another little mound here. Okay. Look. There's maybe some more mounds up in here. This one here might have been dug out. Let's see if there's any more up here. Yeah, it looks like something happened up here. I see a lot of broken debris, and like settlers might have done some dumping and stuff up in that area. But these are mounds down here on the backside of this wallow. Because what they did was this is all mounds around, like big mounds. And then all their artifacts. Like you can come anywhere and you can find their crystals. Look at that one. It's like blue. Pretty amazing. The crystals are all here. So we're going to go back down here to this wallow, because I call these wallows, right? They would dig these out, build the bigger mounds, and then people would come and place their little Mitten mounds like around these areas, because it's very ceremonial. And then there's really old cedar trees over here by these mounds. And then these are the trees that they planted. These type of trees are at all the burials I found, okay? There's the same type of trees that have been growing there and reseeding and regrowing and reseeding for so long same thing. So these are mounds. Actual mounds, right in Long Island, right? Small little Mitten mounds covered in artifacts. Okay, that's what this is. This is not from any settlers coming down in the woods and placing specially placed mound piles with artifacts from our ancient ancestors just in the middle of the woods for no reason. Okay? You think a settler had a dump truck that big? No. There was no dump truck down here in the woods. Look how old that cedar tree is. Look at these artifacts. Real, actually, big giant, like, you know, stones for like grinding corn. Yeah, all their artifacts here, bone scrapers, spearheads. But these are prehistoric artifacts. It's not like the artifacts that we've seen from the, look, see a stone up here? Look, see? It's on top of the mound. I'll put it back. I'm gonna be gentle, because I don't want to destroy these mounds. These are very important mounds. Okay, they hold keys, right? And in the burial sites that I found in New Jersey, that they're going to be bulldozing in Roxbury Township, has not only American Indian prehistoric burials, but Civil War and Revolutionary War. You see all that cedar tree is? That thing's been here a long time. A really long time. That's a really old cedar tree. Yeah. Alright, let's see if there's any artifacts under this cedar tree that fell over that has been here for quite some time. Oh, yeah, look at that. See? That's an effigy stone. I don't know what they use this one for. It was definitely something that was cut. Beautiful one. Look at this piece of crystal. Amazing piece of crystal. So this whole hillside, look, here's another one here. Look at this. See? That's like a spearhead from the ancient giants. Some sort of, see that? It's like a turtle stone. You see how that's all carved? These are real artifacts because this is a mound also. So this is an ancient giant's mound here. And then there's Mitten mounds on the side and the top of it. That's what they did, people. Look, crystals everywhere coming out of the hillside. Look. Where do you think these crystals came from? You think the glaciers just decided to come and cut stones and effigies and crystals and place them on a hillside just randomly? Come on. People got to wake up around the world. That there's ancient civilizations in America that have been here for much longer than what they've told us. And the history, basically, of everything we've been told. That's a big fat lie. But I'm in Long Island where George Washington left quite a bit behind to be found, just like in New Jersey and Connecticut, to tell the story. And that's what I'm uncovering. Thanks for watching. In Long Island, New York, there's ancient burials, giant burials. I mean, you name it. It's all here.